Alright, so we're gonna say that I didn't have to edit out a whole bunch, and it didn't take me an hour to figure it out. But yeah. So here we are. We're gonna do this, that, because no one wants to sit here and watch me do this all day, do they? Like literally all day. So I'm gonna do as best I can from memory what I did, because I kind of want to show the thought process that existed. So set the input rate down by 1. That tends to help. Put that there. Put a stop. That there. Then need a turntable. Because that's the solution. And then, once that enters out the other side, it rotates. And to go this way. Let's go that way. It's gonna drop down. This one has scrap. I think that's becoming a common thing. Scrap's gonna be a thing that occurs. It's gonna pop out to the side. Then once it hits here, not what I meant to do. Since those cross beams, which I'm building for the top, comes in last, they too will come in last. This design's a little bit different than what I, figured out would work, but whoops. But, there's always going to be room for improvement. It's going to hit that, that. Then that. Damn, that's a little, not what I want, actually. How about, I would send that over here. So wait, how's this timer going now? That gets pushed. Once it arrives, it rolls forward. Because they all gotta land on each other in a certain way. Like, you can utilize the pistons and the push blocks to do something special, but... Okay, so it falling costs an action. That's an action I don't have. Unless... Yeah, I can't remember how I solved it now. That's what I get for erasing the entire thing. So, we link the 3 together. then they need to meet up. That's the kicker. Boop. But that won't weld. Yeah, that definitely won't weld. So we do this, do that, do that, do that, do that. Alright, now we're gonna just do this as a quick dry run to see if there's any jams along the way, because that, you know, that usually happens. So you don't have scrap. So what I can do is add a gap, add a gap to allow some of that, you know, that cross beam scrap to go somewhere else. There you go, so there's one. A lot of weird bits and pieces of scrap going on. Because last time I designed this, there was only like one type of scrap. And it was that crossbeam. Like, it was spare. It doesn't appear to occur anymore, it's just that one initial one. Huh, okay. That's weird, because originally, like I said, my first build had scrap, it just didn't have that slanted piece scrap. Well, we've solved the major problem now. All I gotta do is, like, let it get to about, let's say here. So once it gets about there, yes, it's the initial one. It's because the initial gets there before the crossbeam gets there. Anyway. So now, once that gets pushed, because I gotta do like a dividing thing as well. So it's gotta be like this. It's gotta make its way past the scrap chute. Then it's gotta be like right here. There we go. And so now we technically have a half of an excavator extractor thing. So now what happens is it drops. Huh. It doesn't push it like I thought it would. Smartness. Okay. So it grabs that, it pushes it all the way over to about here. That's where it stops. Then the next action, or actually it should continue on going is the tricky thing. It should continue on going till about, let's just say here real quick. Right there. So then it continues on there. When it lands here, it gets pushed, and it moves to right about here, unless the third one pushes it all the way here. Which means the piston should be here, and then the next one, which would be a reactive one, would be right here. There you go. I shudder to think how long the next puzzle will take me. I like how now that scrap is just riding it. So I shouldn't even have that there, right? Is that what I'm getting from this? There you go. So now, the next piece just drops on top of that. What the hell? I had this working. Like, I did have this working. It's just now, when I need to act, it doesn't work. I need to show that I can actually solve this damn thing. Because it stops in place. It's not supposed to, because it needs, you know, it needs to pick up its... It needs to get rid of the scrap. So my original idea works. See? It just kicks it out. So that means once it gets to about here, then it should kick it. So this, it has to be here to give it clearance. Then it has to, this should work well here. There we go. That should suffice now. Now when it gets pushed, they push the scrap off to the side. What the idea is, it needs to keep pushing it in order to... Because these got to get divided up, essentially. Then they get routed. So it gets divided, gets routed, it gets flipped around, and the two halves get joined together. That's the idea. So now, when this gets pushed... Oh, now they got welded together. Oh wait, I see why. Yeah. That's definitely a thing I was not looking out for. So I can't have nice things. There you go. So yeah, I just keep stepping on my own toes because I couldn't see the fact that it's getting blocked. There you go. So now they get divided up. Now as it arrives here, it's gonna rotate. Wrong direction. Wrong place. Wrong delete. It's gonna get rotated. It's gonna get moved, then it's gonna rotate it again. This one makes it to about here, and then it uses the middle. I don't want the middle to show up here. Like, I want it to be right there. I don't want the middle of the block to be right there. Then as it swaps it around, it's going to get kicked off. Then it's going to drop. Right there. Let's see how they land now. So there's going to be scrap, as always. Boom. Okay, so since this side lands first, or last, it's going to need, like, you know, I'll have it be the trigger. And the trigger for what will be explained. Right here, right here. Then I'm gonna have a conveyor. Pull these folks together. They get welded. Right there. Whoops. Aw. I was kind of hoping to... Actually, wait. Is this correct? I can move it closer. There you go. I can move it. I can definitely move it closer. Then The only purpose for these things is to be like a support structure. There you go. It can't get in the way. Like, it can't. Then it gets welded. Then it moves here. Then it should get rotated. Right there. Something like that. We'll see how this works. So now they're getting combined. The scrap's gonna get disposed of. And this needs to be right there. I forgot that the switches don't transmit signals through blocks that can accept signals. Like, I'm used to redstone on Minecraft, okay? Drop. Beep. There you go. It wasn't simple. It took me, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a good part of 45 minutes or more to figure this out, and then I erased it, and then I tried to start recording, or not recording, I decided to stop recording so I wouldn't have to cut everything, and then just try to record the part where I was successful at, and I forgot how to design the damn thing, so I kind of struggled, but I have some memory. Very terrible memory, but, you know, it works. And then, look how many cycles, though. The cycle rate is terrible. So, see, I did 87, so I got less blocks than my design originally. I got less footprint. And look at that cycle. I'm on the high end of the bell curve. Not great. Not great. And then the cargo uplifter. That's probably gonna take a long time, isn't it? It's gonna take a long time.